Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talks with Todd. I'm your host, Wit Todd, man. And we have another great episode. I have a very special guest. And like I said, if you want to learn about all my dirt, you better go back and watch season 1 and season 2. Season 3 is all about the people. And speaking of the people, I got somebody great with me. Now, before I all the way introduce her, let me just tell y'all something. My introduction to this young lady was through me watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show when I was on Thursdays, like only, okay? I switched my days up, but I kept watching throughout the week to see who was going to be on there, who I would like to work with. And there this young lady was, talking hella shit, but she was also well-educated, well-spoken, you know what I'm saying? Then as I got to know her, I found out she's an actress. She should have been a lawyer. I watched one of her movies. I think in real life she can rap, but you know it ain't happened yet. But I'm looking forward to it. And she just got great energy. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people I've met that had great energy like this woman right here. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Brittany Chanel. What's up, B?
What's going on? Thank you. Thanks for having me. That was a great introduction.
Thank you.
Wasn't expecting any of that. Yeah, I just wasn't expecting any of that. But thank you.
Welcome though.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Now, before we get started, I need to know, when was the last time somebody came in your room and made you feel whole again? I'm joking.
I'm like, what are we talking about? The Holy Spirit. That's the last time somebody was in the room and made me feel holy. The Holy Spirit, and the holy ones, the watchers. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's too deep. No, what's y'all too deep? No, the Holy Spirit.
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay,
though.
Cool.
And that's what I like about you too. That it took me some time to get used to it, but I get it. My private life is private.
Absolutely.
She coined that phrase. I love that.
Listen, in today's world, you better be private because everybody around here just exposing just to expose for no reason at all. And I mean, you want to be private, right? Everything is social media, everything is the internet, and some things you just want to keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Just for your mental stability. You know what I mean? So it's not. Those that need to know.
Right.
You know the quote, what they say, those that matter don't care, and those that don't matter, something like that. I forgot.
I know what you mean.
You know what? I got to get the quote correctly, but I understand it. You know what I mean? So it's, who cares? As long as those that I love and they're surrounded about me know the truth, that's really... Because people going to talk about you when things are good. They're going to talk about you when things are bad. Like, they're going to talk.
Speaking of that...
Yeah.
What comes to mind for music? Like, what motivates you when you get up in the morning and you thinking about stuff like that? Like, what keeps you focused?
Actually, my relationship with God, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, when I get up in the morning, that's what it is. It's prayer.
Okay.
It's meditation. And I am listening to, usually I'm probably listening to like Maverick City or something in the morning. Okay. Even like on my way into work and things like that, I'm listening to Maverick City. And throughout the day, I listen to, there's a prophet that I listen to out in California, Simi Valley, Prophet Lofi. Okay. That's who I listen to while I'm working. I have my headphones in. He's on YouTube, and I just listen to his sermons and things like that. So that's what kind of keep me, So the spiritual life is more of the focus than anything, to be honest with you.
Right, definitely.
Because that's what keeps me, grounded and solid. And we are spiritual beings having a natural experience. So.
How was it when you first started realizing how spiritual you were?
Well, I went to a private Christian school when I was younger. So, and then I started writing letters to God. Probably when I was like 7. And then when I got older, I found out that my mom did the same thing.
Oh,
I found out my mom did the exact same thing. We would write letters and notes to God. It would just be like, dear God, dear, just letters to God. And I still write them to this day. I write letters to God.
That's dope.
And and I don't know, like I just always felt in tune to things, if that makes any sense.
And how old were you at the time?
I think it was like 6 or 7 when I started writing the letters
to
God. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Do you believe that you have to stay in church to keep a good relationship with God?
No, I don't.
I'm with you on that.
Okay. It's crazy. I didn't know he was gonna get spiritual, but whatever.
I mean, it went there.
It went there. I don't know how it went there. But,
I just go with the flow.
I think it's cool, right? Because a lot of people are religious, right? So I didn't grow up in a church.
Gotcha.
So this is why God is so real to me, and spiritual world is so real to me because I didn't grow up in the church. Like, you know what I mean? So, no, how the church teaches you is I'm building my relationship with God.
Right.
No, you're not. I'm growing into my relationship with God, right? Because here's the thing, like, you don't build a relationship with your parents. You already have a relationship. They birthed you.
You're right.
I already have a relationship with him. He created me.
Right.
I'm growing into the things of him. I'm learning more about him.
That's real.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's how I look at it. And it's not, you don't have to be in church, but I understand why you go to church, right? Because you go, you learn different things, you're in community, but the church is a hospital, or it should be.
Yeah.
It should be the hospital where you come and you learn, different things about your dad. And then, of course, you do things on your private time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but no, you don't have to be in church.
That's dope. I realized that once once I stopped going, I just kept my faith really strong. Actually, to be honest, I feel like it got stronger, like, since I haven't been going to church. Yeah. And I don't even have nothing against really going to church. It's just that timing-wise, it's just been kind of, iffy. But as
you are the church.
Right. And I realized that. Yeah. I realized that after a while, like, it's been times where my wife and I, we done had problems, and we had to sit there, talk about it, and it was like something came over both of us, and we was like, okay, we got our clarity, let's move forward, So I totally understand you on that.
Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned meditation earlier. Do you look at sports as a form of meditation?
I've never looked at sports as a form of, like, what do you mean?
Like when you like getting ready to play a game, right? Mm-hmm. You so focused on that game, it's like it does something for you in the middle of everything.
No, looks like, okay, so when I play basketball, I listen to music.
Okay.
That's how I focus.
Okay.
And even sometimes with acting, I listen to music depending on, like, what mood I might need to be in or something like that. But I guess that is a form of meditation if you really kind of sit and think about it. But yeah, it was music that would kind of get me in the vibe and things like that. Kind of tune people out and just listen to music. And, I want to be loose. I want to be quick on my feet.
Right.
And it's the same for acting. I want to be like, I found out that I'm better when I'm never in my head. Mm-hmm. Whatever I do, like, I want to be naturally and authentically me. So when I'm not in my head, that's why I say if I do interviews, don't give me the questions before.
Right.
I don't want to be that person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be organic. I want it to be authentic.
Yeah.
So I found out I'm better when I'm not in my head.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So as long as I'm that's where the confidence come in at, because it's not me.
Right. Now, who gets you in that mode, like when you getting ready to play a game, or if you just practicing? Who do you listen to? Who's your go-to artist?
So okay, we talking about when it comes to basketball, like I gotta be a dog or something like that.
Yeah.
I gotta be a dog. Actually, I'm probably gonna listen to Jay-Z, right? Because Jay-Z, when you listen to his music, I don't care what y'all say. I know y'all. But he is one of those dudes, like, he make you feel yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever listen to his albums? Like, Jay-Z make you feel yourself.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Especially, like, you listen to God Did. He talking about God. Just the corner voice with the corner, like, he just make you feel yourself. So it's one of those things. I'm gonna put some Jay-Z on because I gotta feel me.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be rude, dude. Won't you disappear? Okay.
What's one of your favorite lines from Hov? Like something that comes.
One of my oh my god, you want to tell me one of my favorites? Let me see. When he say what? I am a hustler, baby. I'll sell water to a well.
That was hard. Yeah.
What do you say? I sell. I can't think of it right now, but you know.
I know.
Yeah, like, he just. That's what I get when I listen to, like, Jay-Z. I just be kind of.
He keeps you inspired.
Yeah, like, I'm feeling myself. I got that. I can do it. That's one thing he gonna do. My only goal is to make a real nigga feel seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. Shout out to Jay.
No, you good.
But he just, he's one of them dudes that I'm feeling myself on the court. Like, you got
Yeah.
Because sometimes the world tells you who you're not.
Exactly.
The world constantly tells you who you're not.
Yeah, they'll jump into a habit of doing that.
Yeah, so I need to hear that, like, you know what? I can do this.
Okay.
I can do this. I can do this. So,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Now, what about when it comes down to acting? Who you listen to before you get ready to, like, hone in on the role that you getting ready to play?
If it's an emotional scene, I'm probably gonna listen to, you know, some R&B or something like that. But lately, because that's how I used to do, like, when I first kind of started acting. But now, since I had like different training, I don't listen to anyone. Like, I'll tap into different things.
Got you.
To help with the emotional part.
Got you.
Yeah, but for the most part, lately, I haven't, with the new techniques that I've been learning, I haven't really been listening to music, but I used to.
Got you.
Yeah, but now it's like, nah, I need to zone in a different type of way.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how did sports kind of help you? How did they help mold you? Like playing sports?
Playing sports?
Yeah.
Okay, so discipline.
Okay.
Definitely discipline, focus, being a team player. I'm huge on being a team player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, I don't care who does the job. I don't care what your title is.
Yeah.
Just get it done.
Right.
Okay? Like, the purpose is for us to get it done. Let's get it done. I don't care who does what. I don't care what your title is, whatever. Let's just get the job done. Because for me, like, I am Brittany.
Right.
So whatever room I walk into, I'm going to be in that room.
Absolutely.
And you know what I mean? You're going to fall in love with me. You gonna love me, you gonna hate me. It's gonna be one of the two.
Yeah.
And you gonna hate me, you gonna grow to love me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I always say, I'd much rather be respected than loved. You'll grow to love me. You'll grow to love me. You know what I mean? But the whole respect part, you gonna do that.
I'm big on respect.
You gonna respect
I'd
me.
rather you respect me other than love me, man, because love, it can be fickle. Respect, not fickle.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Because it's the same every single time, right? And when I step into a room and things don't shift or change, then it's like, okay, what's going on? Because I feel like if you are stepping into the room and you carry yourself a certain way, it should shift.
Yes.
It should change, right?
Absolutely.
It should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that quite a few times, like where the energy was just off in the room, and I just crack a joke, and no matter how bad the joke sounded, I got it off and made people laugh, so everybody could just chill, like relax. We just, we about to be talking about work. Let's get everything out and be cool. But yeah,
what I've learned about people. And this was another reason why I liked just entertainment in general when it comes to sports. Music, I can't sing, but in my mind I can.
In the
and
shower.
acting, in the car, I have car concerts.
Yeah.
What I've learned about people is that they love to be entertained, right? It doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter if you're a male or female. Like, they love to be entertained.
Right.
And some form of entertainment always inspires people.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if you can't skate, but you see a dope skater, dang, I want to do that. I want to try that. You can't do anything with music, but you hear a dope artist. Dang, I want to try it. You know what I mean? So, like, entertainment is so inspiring, and it connects so many people together. So that was another reason why I fell in love with the arts.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to play sports to begin with?
Well, my daddy played basketball.
Okay.
So, I go basketball. Yeah. I just was athletic. I was a tomboy growing up.
Right.
So I still have my tomboy moments.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I still have my tomboy moments. So I was very tomboyish. My mom had me in dance. Hated it. I hated the leotard. I hated the tights. I hated the little ballerina shoes. I hated it.
I believe it.
Only thing I liked was tap. So my mama was really like, what's wrong with her? You know, so I got into sports because I liked hanging with the boys.
That's
right?
what's up.
Girls were so whiny. They still are. Sorry, ladies. But they was so dainty and want to be pretty. And it was like, so I loved hanging out with the boys and doing stuff with the boys. And that's what I did. And I have a lot of male cousins.
I believe that.
So I hung out with them and, did boy stuff, tomboy stuff, rock fights. Oh my goodness, we do rock fights and tag and freeze tag, all types of stuff.
Now, how did it get, like, okay, now I know you played sports with the fellas or whatever, but how did it get as you got older? Did anybody get weird, like, oh, I think I like you now, and then you kind of like not wanted to play ball with them no more or whatever?
No, because I don't really feel like, guys, like they saw me, but I feel like they didn't see me.
So you,
because I was like that's the home girl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you got looked at one of the fellas
because of this, like my new look. That's when guys start looking. Because I've always been, I look younger. So guys never knew. It was like, oh, she cute. Oh, she's adorable. But they never really, you know, I mean, I had guys hit on me, of course. But guys was always kind of like, I don't know how old you are. I don't want to, you know. And then it was a respect thing. So dudes always respected. And like I said, I had male cousins. So,
right.
I'm trying to think. Probably my first boyfriend, and that was in like gym class. We was in high school,
right?
And we, you know, we all played basketball together, and then me and him played against each other. It was like some love and basketball type stuff. But yeah, and plus I went to school with white boys,
right?
So white boys.
They ain't doing for you,
but they weren't looking like you know.
I get it.
Yeah,
it was like,
they not looking at the
little too taboo. Yeah,
like white boys, they looking, but they looking at the white girls. So
right.
it was only like a little handful of us black kids in school. So
yeah. How did you like that though? Like going to a predominantly white school.
Well, at the time, I didn't. Now that I'm older, I really much appreciate it. But it was one of those things where literally being the only black girl in class. And I don't know if you saw the episode of Scandal. It was one episode that they did on Scandal where the father was talking to Olivia Pope, and he was like, you have to be twice as good.
Yeah.
And that speech was what I had to hear. You got to be twice as good. You know what I mean? Because the one thing about that was if you didn't say something correctly, then that's not how you say it. Or things like, okay, we said house shoes.
Yeah.
They say slippers.
Right.
You know what we take baths. They take showers. Oh my God, how do you sit in a bathtub? You're sitting in your dirt. You know, it would just be things like that.
Yep.
Or we'll say, are you watching the kids? They say babysit. Or, you know what I mean? It would just be like those type of things.
Learning different lingo.
Just learning different lingos and stuff like that. So sometimes it would make you like question yourself, you know. And then another thing too, like when I was in school, when we had to answer questions, I would have to stand up in front of the class and, you know, answer the question. You got all these white kids looking at you like, I gotta make sure I can do it right.
Yeah.
So it definitely made me, I would say, you know, competitive and making sure I was the best at everything.
That's fire.
Because of that.
Yeah, that's fire. I get that.
Yeah.
I totally understand. Because it's like you always under a microscope.
I'm always looked at.
Yeah.
Right? But like now I appreciate it and I belong in this room just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it gives you a different sense of entitlement. It wasn't always cool, you know, growing up with, you know, with the black kids because you speak differently. So it's like,
you got made fun of.
You sound white.
Yep.
Why are you talking like that? You know, and it's like
you got a vocabulary. All of a sudden, you sound like a white boy. You proper. Yeah. I went through that.
You wear your clothes differently.
Yep.
You know, it's like, why you wear that? Or why you dressed like that? And like, well,
I went through that. And then just imagine.
How was your experience with that?
It was horrible.
Was it horrible?
Well,
you're a black guy too, so it's probably 3 times worse.
It's way worse. And on top of my name, Brandon Todd, I sound white.
Oh yeah, you definitely
know what I'm saying?
Hi, my name is Brandon Todd. How are you today?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got my name, and then I spoke well, so it was like, yo, what's up with him?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
he's weird.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
then the girls probably thought you were corny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
It changed when I got older, but still. And then as time went by, everybody kept addressing me as Brandon Todd. Never just Brandon. Only people that really rock with me called me B, or B Todd came a little later, like in high school. But everybody would just say my first and last name to the point where I put it in my head that I felt like, okay, maybe I'm about to be important one day. That's why they keep addressing me like that. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, you are important.
Thank you. I
today,
appreciate that.
you definitely important today. You know that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're important.
You.
But yeah, for sure. Like I mean, it's a gift and a curse.
Yes.
I've always said that. It's a gift and a curse. I just roll with the punches, and I've learned how to use it to my advantage.
That's dope.
So I would want the same for my kids.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't change it. It's who I am today.
Yeah, that's dope.
It helped me, so.
That's dope as hell. I really like that, man. Now, when it came down to acting, what inspired you for that?
With acting?
Yeah.
That was it, right? Being the only black kid in class, watching movies. What are black people? What are the black people? And then I got tired. I'm so crazy. I was watching something with my mom the other day, and I'm like, see, what are black people? You know, this stuff I used to watch, you know, but it was always, it was a movie that Beyonce was in with Mekhi Phifer. And he said something that bothered my soul. He was like, it doesn't matter, you're just a black girl, so you're going to get the ghetto file hoochie roll anyway. That's what he said to her character in the movie.
Oh, wow.
I think it was Carmen the Hip Hopper story or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, why would he say that? You know, and it was crazy because at the time, like, it if you were black, you playing a slave role, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's how they saw us.
Yeah, or ghetto role. Yeah.
Yeah, or you're just overly beautiful like Halle Berry. Like who? I mean, I look like Halle today, but who's walking around? You know what I'm saying? Who really walking around looking like Halle Berry at the time? You know what I mean?
Nobody. Yeah.
Nobody. So it was just I wanted to see more of me on TV, right? And then two. I didn't like how like blacks were always portrayed as being ghetto or they came from single parent homes. It's like, but I didn't.
Right.
I didn't come from that. So I wanted to show that, you know, like
we're not all the same.
We're not all the same. So that was a big deal for me. And then like I said, I learned that entertainment connects everybody.
Yeah.
So I knew I was already goofy with the white people, so they loved it and it was cool with them. It's like, oh man, Brittany, she's so funny. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. And then with black people, they're a little hard to entertain.
Yeah.
Like black people,
tough crowd.
I think black people are the hardest people to entertain.
Yeah.
But if you can get them, you've won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I knew like, you know, people like to laugh and they want to be entertained and things like that. So that's kind of how I knew how to move with both, and it helped.
Yeah, that's really dope.
It helped, yeah.
Did you make a lot of white friends while you were in school?
Of course, I had to. They was white.
Like I know
that's why I was in school with white people.
Like,
I got a picture. I'm the only little speck.
Dang.
Even my basketball picture, I'm the only speck on the basketball. Even though my other friend, she was black, she was on. I don't know where she was for picture day, but I was the only one on the picture.
And you still cool with them to this day?
No, I mean I'm Facebook friends with some of them.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you know, if I see them in the neighborhood, because some of them we all still kind of live in the same neighborhood or whatever. If I see them, it's like Brittany. It's like what's up? You know.
That's cool. That's what's up.
They're cool people. I mean, I don't have no problem with white people. I really don't.
No, it's cool. I mean, I don't really either. It's just you gotta watch out for the ones that be trying to be slick. You know, they got their own little lingo for us.
They got a sarcastic mouth,
yeah,
right? And I've been told I'm very sarcastic, but that's where I learned it from. But it's people. Yeah. You gotta watch your own. It's just people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta know how to roll with the punches.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's how I look at life.
Good.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah, you have to, because I mean, life is what you make it. So you gotta end up making these changes that you need to make if necessary. I don't like listening to people complain. Like,
oh my goodness, I hate a complainer.
And I used to be one. So
really,
yes, very bad. No, because you meeting strong me. You ain't meet weak me. Weak me was on some bullshit.
Really?
Yes, horrible.
Oh my goodness. What were you complaining about?
Whatever got on my nerves, I was complaining. Whatever.
So you were miserable.
I was, but I didn't know that's what my problem was until I started realizing, okay, people are like kind of dwindling away from me. It must be me. You know what I'm saying? Not just everybody else acting funny. Maybe it's something wrong with me. So that's when I realized what the problem was, and I started to change up everything. Like, first for me, music kicked in. So instead of complaining, I put it in a song. Okay. Then I stopped making music, so obviously I ended up kind of complaining again until I turned it into something else, which is this. So now,
do you think that was because you didn't know what you wanted to do, but you wanted to do something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's what my problem was.
Okay.
So I wasn't happy with me, so I was always complaining. But as time went on, and I found something to put my passion into, that's what I started doing.
Gotcha.
So
it was always going to be this or a lawyer. It wasn't like no other options. Yeah, I'm either gonna be a lawyer, I'm gonna be an actor, or I'm gonna be both. Like, yeah, because I've thought about going back to law school.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What was your first movie role like?
My first movie role? What was the first movie I did? I think the first movie role I did, was like 13th Sign. It was a horror film. Okay. Yeah.
Did you like playing in that?
I don't like all that blood. My goodness. It was a horror. I had a bunch of blood and I was cold. Oh my Lord, we were freezing. My toes went numb. They pulled me out of a room with like this chains around my waist. No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then I was working at the time, so I would go on set, then I would go to work. And I don't work there anymore, so I could tell what happened. I would act like something was wrong with me, so I could get off work, so I can go to set. Right. Baby, I was putting them acting skills to use. So that's what I was doing. And I remember one time I was so tired, I jumped up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it was a Sunday. I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be late for work." Right. And I was like, "Oh wait, I don't have to go to work." Right. So I think that was my first movie role. Was the 13th Sign. But my parents still have. I can't stand them. They still have my first audition piece of my commercial. Wow. I I cannot stand them. Now that I think about it, because my mom to this day makes fun of me.
Why?
Because she was like, it was terrible. I mean, like, it was so bad. And she was like, hey, your daddy just recorded it. Like, you doing such a great job. You know, like, she's brutally honest. But when I don't even watch it to this day because it's so bad. And my mom goes, cat milk? Like, she's terrible.
Hey, your mom will get on your head quicker than your pops?
Yeah, like he is a proud father. I mean, no matter what, he happy. That's my door, you know. And my mom, she's proud. I'm not gonna say she's not, but she's more
she
like
keep it a buck though.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I saw a little slither that was hanging out. Like, dang.
So wait a minute.
So you gonna put that out on there like that, on all your stomach out, like, you know? She's that one.
Has she ever criticized you for your movie roles?
Yeah, well, not. I think only thing she said is it has gotten better.
Okay.
That's what she has. She was like, I can definitely see your growth. I can see that you've been working. And for a minute, I forgot it was you. You know,
wow,
like, so she had. Yeah, I mean, like, she gonna keep it all the way 100 with
but
me.
that helped you grow anyway,
yeah,
though. So
but for me, with her, and she worse than me as far as like not wanting to be seen. So you won't see her on the red carpet. She got a hat on and glasses. Like, no one knows you. Yeah, I don't know nobody.
Right. I feel you.
Nobody knows you. But my dad, he proud. He taking the pictures. He did the video camera. He got the shirt on. Like, he still got the hat with my basketball picture on it.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
that's
like
dope,
he would come to the basketball games with the picture, like, proud, as if we didn't know, because there's only 2 black girls out there, so you only can be one father.
Right. No surprise.
Oh, which one's your daughter?
Right.
Oh, the little brown one right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't. Come on, Daddy.
That's
but
dope,
yeah,
though.
he's a proud father. She's a proud mom too, but she definitely gonna tell me.
Yeah,
like,
she gonna keep it a buck. That's good though. I'm glad though, because a lot of parents are enablers. So I wish more parents would keep it real with their kids.
I feel like my mom was a little too raw. You know what I mean? Because it made you question yourself, kind of growing up. Like, well, dang, you know.
Yeah, I get.
You got to second guess sometimes, but
I get that. But at least you had thicker. You ended up having thicker skin younger. You know what I'm saying? I would rather that than to get criticized and not kept it. Nobody keeping it real.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh no, they told me the truth to the point where. That's why I say, like, I don't believe you should lie to your kids. Yeah. Tell them what it is. Because my parents, they didn't lie to me. Nothing was, like, hidden.
Right.
I learned what I needed to learn at the time that I needed to learn it. You know, so I don't. Just don't lie to your kids. Tell them the truth. If they have questions. I mean, like, they're at an age where they can't comprehend, obviously, you know. Because I was like, hey, where do babies come from? I think I was, like, 6.
Right.
Her response, I remember to this day, God help me and your daddy make you. Oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't go into detail, but it's still like, oh, okay, I got, you know, it's true.
Right, you're right.
She didn't lie, but she didn't go.
She didn't go into detail.
Yeah,
I get that.
It's like, okay, cool, I get it. So yeah.
What moment was it that you realized you fell in love with acting?
Probably when I remember. I was in I think it's on the 7th or 8th grade, and a song we used to play, Name That Tune, in school. And a song came. I think it might have been like G1 or something. I don't know. Some song came on, and I performed the mess out of that song in class. And I just remember everybody was like, "Oh my, you are awesome!" I was like, "Oh." Because I would be out, like, this is the stuff I did at home. Like, I performed at home. Like, who didn't do Michael Jackson with the glove and the hat? You know, like, who didn't do that?
I got my ass whooped doing that.
Right?
So yeah.
So I just remember it was. I think it was Mr. Santo. Oh, that's crazy. I remember teacher name and everything. Mr. Santo. I think that was her name. I think it was in 7th or 8th grade, and I remember performing in front of that class. I was like, no, this is my song. And I performed the whole song in front of the class, and the whole class, like, stood up and gave me a standing ovation. I was like, oh, man, I can do that.
That's dope. That's dope.
That was with, just performing in general, I fell in love with it. And then I think when my 7th grade basketball team, I was a starter. I played point guard, and I just remember I was crossing people over, and I went up for a layup. And like the 8th graders, because you know, 8th graders, they came with them. They was like, man, you were so good. You were so good. I'm like, dang, I kind of like this. And then it just kind of took on from there.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. Now, what keeps you motivated with acting?
What keeps you motivated with it? Oh, that's a really good question. Because I'm like, why do I do this? I didn't quit. I quit every week. I don't know. I feel like it's just in me, right? Like, no matter how many times I'm like, I'm not doing acting no more. I'm done with acting. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to go to law school. I'm going to be a lawyer. Somebody will call me. And they'll be like, hey, Britt, you know, I saw you. I want you to do this. And it's just like, okay. Yeah. You know, and it's back. It's there. It's just in me. And it's like, I feel like if I stop, then I've failed myself.
Got you.
Right. And it's a dream. It's always been a dream. And it's like, it's possible. It's happening. A lot of people didn't think that it could happen, but look how many people are acting and living a dream. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like your dreams are real. God gave them to you for a reason. Yes. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've questioned myself so much. I'm like, God, am I really supposed to do this? Like, am I really supposed to do this? And then somebody will call and be like, hey,
yeah,
I got this movie role for you. And it's like, okay, God, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep doing what I have to do.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. What's some advice you would give to a younger person that's looking to get into acting?
Well, I would say, my first thing would be, why do you want to do it? Right? Ask yourself, what's the real reason why you want to do it? Because a lot of people are doing it for fame. Right. A lot of people are doing it for attention, fortune. They want to be popular. So if you're doing it for those reasons, then don't do it.
Got you.
Right? So really, really get into like your reason for doing it. Mine was, again, connecting people and being able to open up conversations and for people to see different things. Yeah. You know what I mean? So bringing people together. That's what it was for me. And if you don't really have something like that at the base of it, then don't do it.
That's fine.
But if you do, make sure that you take classes, get with a community of people, and find something that keeps you going. Make sure you have some type of support that keeps you going, because it is lonely. It's not always pleasant. Yeah. And you're going to question yourself a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's really important to be grounded in who you are as a person and know who you are, because the industry is going to constantly tell you who you are not.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's some of the down moments you've had since you've been an actress?
You know, not getting roles or not getting casted, or, oh, you look too young, or, oh, it's not enough sex appeal, or, you know, just things like that. And it's like, well, I got to be true to me. Right. Yeah, you got to be true to me. And I had one friend tell me, she was like, just play younger. Just play the young kid. Go dominate being a teenager. She was like, just dominate it. Like, just go be a teenager. You could do it. You got it. Nobody can do what you can do as far as that. And she was like, everybody go play your mom and your grandma. Let them play your, you know, be your parent. And I was like, okay. And once I did that, then that's when things kind of start opening up. And I just accepted that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I learned that I could play with my look. Okay. So, and I learned that from, shout out to Don Snipes. I love Don Snipes.
Don Snipes, salute, man, for real.
Don Snipes, I had a conversation with him, and he was like, B, you can change the way you look just by changing your hair. Yeah. You know, so I was like, okay, cool, all right. And then I just started kind of tapping into that and just playing with my hair, doing different things. And it's like, dang, I do look different. I can do this.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so shout out to Don for that.
Yeah, that's real dope. Yeah. Now, when it comes to acting, like, what has been one of your favorite scenes that you've done, say, or just role that you had?
Shoshana.
Shoshana?
I'm gonna have to say Shoshana.
That's my favorite too.
Shoshana from Survivor as a Ghostwriter.
Yeah.
That was
Shoshana was going.
It was crazy because I remember talking to my mom about it, and I was like, Ma, Shoshana gonna put me on the map. Yeah. Like, this character's gonna put me on the map, because I was big on, like, I don't really want to curse all the time. Like, I didn't want to. You said what?
How does she feel?
How does who feel?
Your mom
about the show. She was proud of it. Like, her and my dad was so proud of it, because my daddy was like, what? Like that? Right. But Shoshana was like, it was one of those characters where it was like, you know what? I'm just about to have fun with this character. I don't really care. I'm just about to do what I gotta do, and I'm just about to. And the crazy part is, Erica says it all the time. Erica Smith, she was like, they went with someone else first, right? So I didn't originally get the role, and then I guess it didn't work out with the other actress. They called me, I think, because I think they were already like a month into shooting and doing it. Like, they did everything. They called me. And they were like, hey, are you available? Are you still interested? I was like, yeah. She's like, by the way, you have to rap. I said, I have to do what? She was like, yeah, you gotta rap. I said, but I don't rap. I don't know how to do that. I said, I don't have a musically talented bone in his body. Like, I play sax, but that's about it. So she's like, oh, no, it's okay. We have somebody that's write the raps for you. I said, okay, cool. So they wanted me to send in, like, an audition of me rapping. So, okay, cool. Let me type to Jay-Z real quick. And I sent in the audition, and they was like, okay, you can do this. Then they sent me, all the stuff that I needed to memorize. And then I just started playing with the I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of fun. I watched a few, like, battle rappers and how they were doing what they were doing. And I was like, oh, I could really do this. Yeah. And then when she told me how the character was, like, dressed, I said, oh, I got all that in my closet. Let me play with, And she was like, you want to do something different with your hair? I got this. Yeah. So I played with the character and I did the rap and I felt like hard with it too. Like I felt like I knew what I was doing. Yeah.
It looked like it. It
I
really
felt like it too. I had really tapped into it.
You killed that role.
And I had so much fun playing Shoshana, and it was like, yo, this is it. And I said, I'm like, Shoshana's gonna show people like, oh, I can do something. I can do something. And then I played another character in the movie Easy Path, Christina, where I had to dance. So some people didn't know I can dance. I can dance too. So I got to showcase that, and I was like, okay, cool. People like, okay, Brittany Chanel can do some things.
Yeah, that's dope.
So that was dope. But Shoshana probably was my favorite as of right now.
Yeah,
that was my favorite character. She was fun.
Now, is there any role that you won't play?
I can't say something that I won't play. I mean, I know, like, the sex scenes is probably something that's kind of like, I don't really know if I want to tap into, it's more of like if it's implied.
Right,
yeah,
got you.
If it's implied.
If it makes sense. Not just the opening scene, I get it.
Not just like outright showing off. I have nieces.
Right.
I have nieces, and sometimes it's just not really
So
for
you'll
the
do more of a
story.
cover-up scene if it was needed.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some actresses that I like that has done like really good sex scenes where you didn't see anything, but it was like, okay, that worked.
They sold it, though.
They sold it, you know, so of course that would be more so the thing, because they always say to be, an A-list actress, oh, you gotta do a sex scene, like you just have to do it. And I'm like, well, Julia Roberts did, she had a double with hers. I mean, Halle Berry did what she did, but that's what she wanted to do.
Right.
But Jennifer Aniston, I don't think she's done one. She's major. Kate Hudson and I don't think Vivica Fox did anything.
She did. It was a cover-up scene in Booty Call.
Yeah, but it wasn't
like that.
It wasn't like
she
that.
She didn't show off her body. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, Kerry Washington did. She implied some things. You didn't see anything. You know what I'm saying? So it have to be just. Yeah, as long as it's tasteful. That's the thing. Like it has to be tasteful. It has to make sense. That's more so of the things. But I had a teacher. Shout out to Sheik, because I did train with Sheik. He said you don't ever want to do something that you're not proud of at the end of the day. So he said you always want to have integrity with whatever it is that you do.
Got you.
So as long as it's something that I am proud of at the end of the day, then we're good.
That's dope.
Then we're good. Like I said, I have nieces.
Right.
And the kids are watching.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say to them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
true.
Bill Cosby said, if you can grab people's attention, you can tell them anything.
Absolutely.
So what do you want to tell them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's more so what it is. But for the most part, I think my role's been cool.
Okay.
People that I've talked to they've been cool.
That's what's up.
They've been cool. Yeah, they've been cool. So I haven't had nothing too crazy. I mean, nothing too crazy come at me.
That's cool. That's I like that.
Yeah.
Now, how do your nieces feel about you being an actress?
Well, the little one, she's 5. Auntie Brittany, you're always gone. You're always doing movies. You're always at rehearsals. So she don't like it.
Right, okay.
The other two, they actually, one which will be 15 in June and the other one just turned 9. So they were actually in a movie with me.
Oh, nice.
They play my younger sisters.
That's dope.
So the 9-year-old was very excited to see herself on TV, and then the 14, who will be 15 in June, oh my God, I just cannot look at myself. Oh my goodness, she's like that. So she was like, oh my God, I can't watch this. But it was people seeing her in school, so she was kind of cool with it. But they like, that's Auntie Brittany. They don't know. They don't really care. As long as Auntie Brittany's present, that's pretty much what they care about. They don't. It's like, that's Auntie Brittany Chanel.
Yeah, that's cool.
They don't care.
I like that though.
Yeah.
Now, when you first got asked to become a podcaster, what was that phone call like?
Miles. It was Miles. I know. You know what's crazy?
What's up?
It was, again, I was having that moment of, is this for me? Should I be doing this? I don't know if I should be doing this because my sister got diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016, which is when everything was like going well for me with acting at that point. And then I'd never stopped. I wasn't going as hard.
Right.
And then I did a movie called Lester in 2020, but then COVID hit. And we had finished the movie because I was associate producer on it, and then I had like a little role in it. And COVID had hit, and it was like, oh my goodness, what's going on with the world? What's going on with movies? And the lawyer came back up. It's like, okay, I'm going to law school. Forget this. I'm not doing acting no more. And I remember I was sitting on the couch, and Miles hit me up on Facebook. He was like, hey, you still in the bitch? You still acting? Give me a call. So I called him. I'm like, yeah, I'm still acting. What's going on? And he was like, yeah, I got this podcast going on. I'm doing the Rise Around Morning Show. Why don't you come check it out, see if you like it, like for you to be a host.
Right.
I'm like, okay, podcast. Like, I don't do no podcast. I don't feel like that's for me. Like, I don't know what to do with it.
Right.
So I went, I checked it out, and I fell in love. I was like, oh, I can do this. And I was like, okay. I talked to Miles about it. And then actually, once I started working with Miles, that's when a lot of the acting stuff kind of started coming back up.
Oh, okay.
And then people kind of was like, oh, okay, I thought you wasn't acting anymore because I'm not big on social media like that.
Right.
But yeah, Miles got me off the couch again, like back into everything. And then I, got back in classes and just started working, and it's been moving ever since.
So what's it like to be in this industry and trying to date and have a regular life?
I don't date. Let's just say dating, even if you're not in the industry, is just different now. Yeah. It's real different. But I will say it's crazy because every time I do think about dating, the movie stuff just gets in the way. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to date right now. Like maybe it's not the thing for me right now. But like the last guy I talked to, I don't think he really truly understood what it was and what it was about. And it's like, okay, you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. But as far as dating,
do you feel like it'd be best to date like you're a creative? Do you feel like it's best for a creative to date another creative? Not necessarily in the same field, but definitely they understand to the point where they understand each other. Like, okay, I get why you gone so much. Okay, I get why you take so long getting home. Stuff like that.
Well, I typically date engineers, or people that's into that form of art.
Got you. Okay.
So I understand them more so, you know what I mean? Because it's they could go and play games and do all types of weird stuff for hours, and it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's understandable. But I don't know. I feel like you gotta have balance. Me personally, I don't like guys that's loud and be quiet.
Flamboyant.
Yeah, I'm doing that. You go sit down. So I like the opposite.
I could be the only one.
Yeah, I like the opposite. You ain't got to do what I do, but I mean, I think it's more of I think it works if you just understand. If a person just understands. At the end of the day, I truly believe in some way, shape, or form, people are attracted to the entertainment industry.
Right.
Especially in today's world, they're attracted. Even if you are an engineer, they want to be the best engineer on Instagram, and they want to be the best engineer with their reels. You know what I mean? So some way, shape, or form, somebody's connected to it.
Yeah.
But as far as dating in this industry, I don't date in the industry.
Got you.
Or I haven't dated in the industry, and I don't really have an interest for it.
Right.
I mean, if it happens, it happens, but there's not something that I'm looking for.
So you definitely another actor is off the table, but producer, okay, cool.
Producer, maybe director, or, somebody that's more so behind the scenes that you don't really see so much. Yeah, but for me, I feel like with my personality and another actor, he got to be a Denzel Washington type of actor where you don't know nothing about them, because male actors, they got to be in the forefront.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and some of them like the attention, and it's if that's cool, that's what you do. I don't With my personality?
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
You feel like that's gonna be a clash? I understand.
For me, yeah. But again, I don't know what God has in store.
I get that.
Yeah.
Now, how do you what your slogan is dope, because if prior to me doing podcasting, I was private. Like I wasn't on social media that much. Right? I had learned how to be low key. Thank God for my wife. But then, you know, as I got into this, I'm like, okay, now I have to be seen more. Now I have to do more. Well, I felt compelled to do more. So how do you keep your private life private and do what you do? Like, how do you balance it out?
Well, I really show you mostly the acting stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I did a reel, but like a couple months ago when I was out with my friends in Houston, I put that up there, but you ain't see nothing.
True.
You just saw us having a good time. But for the most part, like I try to post, I try to just keep it posting to the acting world, not necessarily the personal world so much so. And for me, I know a lot of people say, oh, you have to be on social media, you have to be this, you have to do, you have to do that.
Right.
I don't necessarily believe in that. And my career hasn't been based on that. Yeah. So that's why I don't believe it. My career has truly been a word of mouth or just a work. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't think you have to be on social media to do that.
That's true. Now, do you think with you keeping your mystique, that helps you more when it comes down to getting calls because you're not showing so much on social media? Or is it just you think it's based off your work?
I think it's work. I think it's based off of work because I think like how it is now, by you being quiet and people not seeing you, they don't think you're doing anything. Okay. And we talked to Cece earlier. You heard what she said. She was like, she be moving on the low. Like I didn't even know she be moving, and that's how it is. Everybody, what did it say? Your right hand don't need to know what your left hand doing, or your left hand don't need to know what your right hand doing. Absolutely. So, and that's biblical. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a biblical thing. So if the Bible says don't do it, God telling you like they don't need to know. So that's just how I move. Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't stop me. In fact, I think the mysterious part again, like it could possibly work against me, but I'm gonna keep working. That's dope. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working.
Now I have we down to our last few, so I have this thing that I call Toddfidence, which is just a play on words with confidence.
You said Toddfidence?
Toddfidence.
Toddfidence. Okay. Yeah. Definitely play on words.
Yeah, right. So I wanted to know what's something that you would say to somebody to give them some type of confidence or encouragement to keep them going.
What would I say to someone? Yeah. To keep them going?
Because somebody's going to need to hear everybody needs some type of encouragement or motivation.
You are uniquely you, and no one can do what you do. Period. Like nobody gonna smile like you smile. Nobody gonna walk in the room like you gonna walk into the room. Nobody's gonna put those clothes on the way you put those clothes on. So nobody can be better at you than you.
No fiction.
So I always would say that. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Nobody can be better than you.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's dope.
So knowing who you are is important.
So let people know where they can find your social media, and also let them know what movies you in, so they can start doing their homework and catch up. Okay.
Okay. So Facebook, you can find me on Facebook at Brittany Chanel. You can find me on Instagram at It's Me, Brittany Chanel. So it's ITZME BRITTANY. Chanel, like the designer, not channel. It's one N. You can check me out on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. That is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's 9:15 to 11:15. That's on Podcastic. You can check me out. My Little Sister's Wedding. That is streaming on Amazon Prime. You can check out Survivors of Ghostwriter. That's on Tubi. I have Always Consequences Part 1 and Part 2. That's also on Tubi. I did Entangled, the stage play. That's also on Tubi. You can check that out. I have a new project called Broad Day. We are still filming that, so I'm not sure when that's going to be coming out and streaming, but I am working on that. I'm working on a movie with Cece, one of my friends, that's called What About Your Friends? Yeah. So I will be popping up in that. I'm working on another TV series. It's called Unrestricted, so that's going to be coming soon. And I'm on another TV series called A Record in Time. Come on. It's called A Record in Time. Actually have rehearsal for that later on today. So yeah, I'm staying busy. I'm staying busy. I'm in the works. I think with another one. I don't want to reveal that one just yet.
Don't. It's okay.
But it's a couple. Actually, it's a couple TV series which is what I wanted to do was TV series and then go to the movies. Yeah. But it's all working together. That's dope. Yeah, I got a few TV series under the belt. So nice.
Yeah. I love to hear that.
Yes.
Now, before we get out of here, I wanted to ask you one last question.
Okay.
What have you enjoyed more between doing plays and doing movies? And what was the difference between the two?
Okay, well, they're both different, right? So, like, with plays, it's an instant gratification from the audience.
Right.
You feel that energy, you hear that energy right away. Film, not so much. What I like about film is if you mess up, we can do it again. Right. Plays, not so much. You definitely have to be on your A game on both sides of the spectrum. Have to be on your A game with film and with plays. But I've always enjoyed film a little bit more than the plays. Mm-hmm. Don't get mad at me, theater actors. But I will say I think that the theater actors are more. I think they're quicker on their feet, and I think that they listen better than a film actor because you have to.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to. But I enjoy both ends of the spectrum. I might tap back into plays later. I'm not sure yet. I know some friends are like, hey, come over here. It's fun too. It's like, I'm really enjoying the film part right now.
Good.
So, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it from Brittany Chanel. This has been an awesome show. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. This is cool. I thought you was about to ask me all these.
No. That's why I was playing around with you in the beginning with my questioning. But
yeah. I mean, if it was gonna go there, I was gonna go there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that to you. No, I respect your slogan for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do. At first, I'm like, man, Brittany, get out of here with that. But then it started to grow.
It makes sense. And the thing is, I reveal different things. If you haven't noticed, I just told y'all when I first started and things like that. I reveal. It's just people need to know what they need to know.
Absolutely.
When they need to know it.
Indeed. Y'all hear that?
Y'all hear all that wordplay? That's that.
Yeah.
I'm show shiner. Okay. Y'all go check out Survivors of Ghost Rider.
Definitely catch up. Well, Brittany, I appreciate you for real. And it's been a pleasure working with you for real.
Thank you, absolutely.
So I'm glad you joined me today.
Yes.
You're welcome back anytime.
So. Hey, whenever you want to have me.
Definitely.
Whenever you want to have me, I'm definitely gonna be here.
Definitely, for sure.
Yes.
All right, Telly, thank you again. Another amazing show.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Give you a hand clap. You're always on that producer side.
For sure. And we'll catch you next time, man. We out of here.
Bye.
Indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.